Moment, the Pirates sit in third place in the National League Central Division. They trail first by 4 games. The Brewers are atop the division. They own a 2.5 game advantage. The Cincinnati Reds were in St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. The Cardinals grabbed the win. The score was 6-5. Right now, the Cardinals sit in second place in the National League Central, 2.5 games out of first. The Reds are fourth in the division, 8 games out of first. The San Diego Padres paid visit to the D-backs in the Valley of the Sun, and the Padres came away with the win. Final score was 5-2. Tyson Roth started and pitched well enough to earn his 6th victory of the season. Looking at the standings, the Diamondbacks sit in 4th place in the National League West, 16 games out of first. The Padres are 3rd in the division. They're 15 games back. The Giants did battle with the Dodgers in the entertainment capital of the world, and it was the Dodgers who nabbed the win. The score was 3-1. Chad Billingsley held the opposition in check, allowing only 1 earned run over 8 strong innings and earning the win. Heading into today, the Dodgers are leading the National League West. They hold a comfortable 8-game advantage. The Giants are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Tampa Bay Rays were in the Bronx to take on the Yankees, and it was the Yankees who came away with the win. The final score was 11-1. Nick Hundley blasted 2 home runs and added 5 RBIs to his total in the process. Masahiro Tanaka threw the ball well and picked up his 13th win of the year. His ERA is currently in the top 5 in the American League. At the moment, the Yankees sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, 17 games out of first. The Rays are atop the division. They have a commanding 7.5 game advantage over second. The Chicago Cubs took on the Blue Jays at the Rogers Center, and the Cubs held on to get the victory in extra innings, the final 4-3. Mike Alt turned in a nice performance offensively with 3 base hits. As of today, the Blue Jays sit in last place in the American League East Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Cubs sit in last place in the National League Central Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Orioles were in Boston to match up against the Bo Sox, and it was the O's who came away victorious, 7-2. Chris Davis collected 4 hits and led the charge offensively for the winning side. Wei-Yin Chen was victorious on the mound and picked up his 10th win of the season. Looking at the standings, the Red Sox sit in 3rd place in the American League East Division, 13 games out. The Orioles are 2nd in the division. They're 7.5 games out of first. The Indians paid visit to the Chi Sox on the south side, and it was the Chi Sox who came away victorious. The score was 5-1. John Danks earned the victory on the hill, tossing a complete game gem. Right now, the White Sox sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, 9 games back. The Indians are atop the division, 2 games up on second place. The Seattle Mariners took on the Tigers at Comerica Park in Detroit, and it was Detroit who was victorious. The final was 4-0. Drew Smyly was dominant on the bump, grabbing the victory with a complete game effort. Heading into today, the Tigers are in 3rd place in the AL Central, 8 games out of first. The Mariners sit in 4th place in the American League West. They're over 20 games out of first. The Twins were at the K to do battle with the Royals, and Minnesota was the winner, the final 6-4. Trevor Plouffe launched a pair of home runs and drove in 4 along the way. Robbie Erlin was the winning pitcher in this one, his 7th victory of the year. At the moment, the Royals sit in 2nd place in the AL Central Division, but they currently hold a spot in the AL wildcard race. The Twins are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. The Oakland Athletics visited Angels Stadium in Anaheim to take on the Halos, and the game went to extras with the Angels coming away victorious. The final was 5-4. Danny Duffy got the win out of the pen, his 6th so far this year. As of today, the Angels sit in 3rd place in the American League West Division. They're over 20 games out of first. The A's are 2nd in the division, but they currently lead the AL wildcard race. The Houston Astros did battle with their in-state and division rivals, the Texas Rangers in Arlington, and it was the Astros who came out on top. The score was 2-1. Looking at the standings, the Rangers are leading the AL West. They are more than 10 games ahead of second. The Astros are at the bottom of the division. They're over 20 games out of first. As always, thanks for tuning in. That's all we've got this morning. Enjoy the games later today, and we'll see you tomorrow.